Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're going to crack open one of the most useful tools in English for talking about the future. It's all about cause and effect, really. And stick with me, because by the end of this, you'll be making predictions like you've got a crystal ball. All right, let's jump right in.
Okay, so let's start with a classic situation. You want to talk about something that's probably going to happen. But, and this is the key part, it depends on something else happening first. So how do you actually say that, clearly and correctly?
Well, the answer, my friend, is a fantastic little piece of grammar called the first conditional. Seriously, this is our secret weapon for talking about real, likely situations and what's probably going to happen because of them.
So, what are we really doing here? We're predicting a likely result. This isn't some wild guess or a fantasy, right? Nope. It's a totally logical conclusion based on what's happening right now. You can kind of think of it as your go-to if this, then that tool for everyday life. And this sentence, it just nails the whole idea perfectly. The condition is, if I study tonight, that's a real choice I can make, right? And the super likely result? I will pass the test tomorrow. See? It shows exactly how one action can lead directly to a future outcome.
Okay, now, here's the best part. You might think this sounds complicated, but it's not. Not at all. In fact, there's a super simple, kind of like a winning formula, that you can use every single time to get these sentences perfect.
And here it is, the magic recipe. You kick things off with if plus the present simple tense, and then you follow up with the result using the future simple, usually with the word will. That's it. It's that simple. Let's break it down into two super easy steps. Step 1, you set the scene with your condition. That's the if part. And step 2, you deliver the punchline, the likely result. Condition, then result. Boom.
So, let's look at our example sentence again, but this time, let's break it down with that formula. So the condition, the if clause, is if I study tonight. And that directly leads to the result, the main clause, I will pass the test tomorrow. See? It fits together like a perfect puzzle piece.
All right, so, like any good game, there are a couple of super simple rules you gotta follow. But don't worry, once you get these, you will nail it every single time.
Okay, this first one is really, really important. The if part of the sentence, the condition, it never uses the word will. I know, it feels like it should because we're talking about the future, right? But nope, you save will for the result part only.
You hear this mistake all the time. People say, if I will study. But that's a no-go. The correct way is just, if I study. So just burn this into your brain. Will belongs in the result, never in the condition. Okay, rule number 2 is all about punctuation and a little bit of flexibility. The cool thing is you can actually flip the sentence around, but you just have to pay attention to one tiny thing, the comma.
And the rule couldn't be easier. If you start your sentence with the if part, like if I study tonight, you need to pop a comma in before the result. But if you flip it and start with the result, I will pass the test, then guess what? No comma needed. Easy.
So we've got the formula, we've got the rules. Now for the fun stuff. Where are you actually going to use this in real life? Let's check out some super common scenarios. I'm telling you, the first conditional is a real workhorse. You'll hear it for everything. I'm talking making plans, making promises, giving warnings, making threats, even for persuading people to do what you want. So here's a great example for making a plan. If we visit London, we'll go to the British Museum. The condition is visiting London, and the likely result, we're heading to the museum. Simple as that. It's also absolutely perfect for making a promise. If you send me the report, I'll check it tonight. The condition is you sending that report, and my promise for the future, I will check it tonight. See? It's a solid commitment.
And how about a warning? This is a classic. If you stand too close to the fire, you will burn yourself. The condition is standing too close. The very, very likely and painful result, you're going to get burned. Super clear cause and effect.
Now, it can get a little more intense too, like a threat. If you break my phone, you'll have to buy me a new one. The condition, you break my phone. And the consequence I'm setting up, oh, you will be buying me a new one. That result is definitely not up for debate. And finally, let's talk persuasion. This is where you make someone an offer they can't refuse. If you help me with the housework, I'll cook you dinner. The condition is you helping me out. And the awesome result I'm offering to get you on board, a home-cooked meal. Works every time. Okay, so we've seen a ton of great examples. Let's boil this all down now.
What's the one crucial thing you absolutely have to remember from all of this?
This is it, right here. If you forget everything else, just remember this formula. This little equation is your golden ticket to talking about real, likely things in the future that depend on something happening now. It's really that straightforward.
So, there you have it. You've got the tool, you've got the formula, you know the rules, and you've seen how it's used out in the wild. The only question left is, what are you going to do with it? What kind of future will you create with your next if sentence?